Hello, it's Jessica from Adomina Sticks YouTube channel, and I'm just going to show y'all what kind of weather we're having today. Hopefully this phone won't cut off, because every time I've tried to film, this is February 15th, 2025 too, by the way, but every time I try to film, every time a raindrop hits the screen on this phone, it does the same thing if it's snowing really bad, but it cuts the video off and it stops filming. So anyways, this is the road out here in front of my house where the train blows the whistle, and you can tell the water's already starting here. It's rained since probably about 6 o'clock this morning, pretty much all day long. All I've been doing is laying in the bed sleeping, because all it's been doing is raining. And you can see some of the water that's from my septic tank there coming out, and the water's starting to gather there. There's water there gathering around, and water up there. I'm going to step up here on the railroad tracks, and I'll try to step up here on the railroad tracks and see what it looks like across the railroad tracks. See if and it's cold out here too. It's kind of cold anyways. Yeah, you can see it's already starting. And I'll zoom in the best I can to show you all, but it's already starting again to come over across the creek. See down there at that lower bottom or upper bottom that belongs to like 5 different groups of families. It's starting to come over in that bottom there. The rain is, and then it's already starting to gather up here in the bottom in the gardening spot. That right there place in the bottom always catches water. I'm so glad whenever I did move my house down here, because my house was moved down here back in like 2004. I'm so glad that I did not choose to live over here in this bottom, just because it would have been more land. Because if I had chose to do that back in the flood of July of 2022, I would have been washed out. I would have lost everything. And even though I hate living here, I wouldn't want to lose everything, because I wouldn't have nothing to start over with. And I'd have to depend on people that I can't stand. So I'm so glad that that did not happen. I'm so glad that I did not choose to live over here in this bottom, because this bottom is useless in my eyes. It's just the way I feel. But yeah, you can see it's already starting to gather up and stuff down there past that upper spot down there. There is like a little hillside, but it's already starting to be almost at that hillside. So we might end up with a flood just as bad as the July flood, or worse. Who knows? I don't know. But I don't know what the weather's supposed to be. But it might be just as bad as the July flood of 2022. Who knows? Or it might not be. But there's some stuff floating down the creek across there. And then I'll try to go slower. But yeah, you can tell I would, if I had built over here, because they did give me the opportunity of where I wanted to build, and I didn't think at the time, even though it was more land, I didn't think that at the time that I would want to be over here in the bottom like that. I don't know, I just didn't. But I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I did not. Because used to, whenever I was younger, before I became disabled and had so many health problems and stuff, I did want a lot of land and stuff. But now that I'm older, I don't want a whole lot of land. I don't want to be close to people, but I don't want a whole lot of land either. But your dreams change sometimes whenever you get older and stuff. And mine definitely did. But anyways, I'll walk on down here, down this railroad tracks a little bit, and I'll show y'all what kind of flooding it's starting to be like. There's my neighbor's yard and stuff. It's already starting to gather into his yard. And I'll walk down on the railroad tracks here, and I'll just show you a little bit. I'm not going to walk all the way down, but I will show you a little bit of it I'm afraid it's going to cut off to this video because of the raindrops hitting the screen, but I'll try to zoom in the best I can. See how the water's already coming over the creek line down there at the lower end of the bottom there too. It's already coming across the creek line. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's already halfway up. And see, if I had built my house over here in the bottom back in 2004, I probably would have built it right there in the middle, probably, or right here somewhere next to the creek across from that double wide. And my parents do own that double wide. They used to have a trailer back before the flood of a single wide trailer back before the flood of July of 2022, but it got washed away. Well, it got washed out, and then they had to tear it down. They really should have, in my opinion, they should have tore down the double wide too, but they didn't. And in that little building there used to be my brother's barber shop, but he never really did mess with it anyways. And that other little building used to be like a little tanning room, but he never did mess with it, like I said. Then it got destroyed and stuff over the years. But I probably would have built either right through here in the middle or across from that in that spot right there. So I would have been washed away either way during that flood of July of 2022. And as you can tell, it's already starting to get halfway up the bottom. The water line is from the creek right there. So really it don't take that much at all, you know, to go the water to get up from the creek line and stuff. But it's still raining out here. It ain't raining heavy and hard like it was. Like I said, it probably started today or this morning. It probably started raining probably about 6 o'clock or so in the morning. And I'm going to try to zoom in. There's some waterfalls I wanted to show you. I'm going to try to zoom in on them. There's one right there behind one of my neighbors. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. That's probably the biggest one. There's 5. There's 6. There's 7. I'll walk up here and I'll show you the others. Because, yeah, you can already tell by the waterfalls coming off the mountaintops and stuff. Sorry the video's blurry. I have a hard time going in and out, and I'm afraid to push the screen right now because it's starting to pick up on raining. And every time it does that and it hits the screen, it'll turn my video off and I'll have to start all over again. And I don't want to do that. So anyways, back over here, there was, I think that was 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a pretty good size one. Then we're going up here a little bit further up the road. There's a zoom in version of how I can tell just by what little bit I've been standing out here talking to you all by zooming in. It's already getting up higher on the other side. Anyways, there's 8, or no, we was up to 10, so 11, there's 12. There's 12 of those waterfalls coming off the hill today from the rain and stuff. So yeah, you can tell. I'm gonna try to hold the phone like this, kind of awkward like, while I walk back down here and try to get off the tracks. And I'm gonna film some of the backyard if I can, without the raindrops hitting the screen on this phone I'm using to turn this video off. Hopefully it don't. And I'm sorry if it's an awkward view of videoing, but I don't want to take that chance. I really don't want to have to redo this video or do this video in awkward sets of videoing. But anyways, here's the water coming off from the railroad tracks in that ditch line there. You can see the fog on that mountain in the distance. Here's the water gathering right there in the edge of the roadway. And again, there's my neighbor's yard, starting to get water in it, but that one over there is the biggest one so far, and then that one's probably the second biggest of the waterfalls. Here's water gathering again. next to my house. See, you can tell it fills up faster because that ditch line is, and I'm not digging it up. It's closed off and stuff right here. And there's supposed to be a little like tunnel or tube that goes underneath of it and helps drain it, but I'm not digging it up. Don't seem like any else's lazy sorry asses is going to do it either. And I'm not asking for help, so tired of asking for help. People got eyes, people knows what's happening. It ain't my daggone fault. But anyways, so that's the water coming off here. I'm going to go over here because I think it cut it off on the last video. And I'm going to show you all the temperature, what temperature it is on the thermometer. Because like I said, it's kind of cold out here. It's a little bit above 40 degrees. Little bit above 40 degrees. And I'm afraid that this phone's going to cut off from the raindrops. But because it is starting to pick up again on the rain a little bit, it's enough that it would cut the phone off anyways. But I can't zoom back out. I'm sorry guys, but I can't. Because if I did that, I think it would cut the phone back off. I wish I could in this video, but I can't. I have to wait on the look at that little water bubble. I don't know if y'all can see it in the ground like that. I've never seen that before. But you can see the water kind of collecting. And I'll go out here. It's already wet anyways. Right there at my feet, there's a little water bubble. We are getting traffic. My ground is soaking wet here anyways. It's already starting to fill up. But you can see the pond and the pond line here and how the water's already starting to come over and stuff. See, before in that July flood of 2022, I walked out here right above that. I'm in my nightgown too, by the way. But anyways, I walked out here right in front of that bush, and I didn't know where the pond was, so I fell in the pond that day. It don't take much, it seems like, for it to fill up there. I can't zoom in, but it's already like on the other side of the pond over here. It's already coming off the road like that. The water is, it's connecting. And you can't really see it because I can't zoom in, but because I'm afraid the phone is shut off. But there's waterfalls. There's 3 or 4 waterfalls behind that neighbor's house. There's 2 or 3 behind that barn there. There's one there, and there's one there, and then the rest are on down that way, on up to the other neighbor's house down there. But all together, there's 12 waterfalls that's coming off the hillside. So it's filling up fast, or I think it is. And you can see it's already covered the top of the deck there to that pond. And it's already got a waterfall coming from that backyard one. It's coming and connecting to that pond there. That waterfall there is. But yeah, you can definitely tell that the rain is still coming down and it's filling up faster on here. And before in that, I can't zoom in, but I'll try to point it out to you with my fingers and stuff. But in that flood of July 2022, there used to be a tree that was set up on that hillside. And so there was a mudslide that came off the hill there at my mom's. And anyways, it took off a lot of mud and a big old tree that they had to have cut down that fell behind her trailer there. And that was in the July flood of 2022. So there's all kinds of like slippage and stuff like that. It makes trees falls and stuff like that whenever these floods happen and stuff. But you can kind of see the water gathering. I can't slant the phone over too much because it will cut off. And so if it does cut off, you all know why it's kind of like I don't have an ending or whatever for my video because of the raindrops cutting it off. And it might do it too with the sound. I don't even know if it's recording me with the sound or not, because I've had videos do this before in the snow. Whenever I filmed in the snow, it didn't record me with my sound and stuff. So I don't know. But anyways, here's some of the water in my backyard here, and here's this ditch line here. and the water is getting up higher. I can even tell since what little bit I've been standing right here talking to you guys that the water's getting up higher from my pond, or the pond right there in my backyard in that ditch line and stuff. It's not too far before it across the sorry, I got a sore throat too, guys. But anyways, it's not too far from being where it will hit across this roadway here. It only it looks maybe like 3 feet, maybe. That's really not a whole lot after you think about it. But I'll come over here to the edge of my neighbor's fence and stuff. But anyways, you can kind of see it there. I see the water there in this other pond. That one there, I can't zoom in because, like I said, it'll cut me off. But that one there is the biggest waterfall so far. And the next biggest one is probably this one here behind my dad's garage, because it's cutting through his yard and leading to the pond anyway. And then this one here is pretty big too, behind my mom's trailer. And then you can just see the water gathering too on the banks and stuff over here on my neighbor's land and stuff too in their yard. And there's more waterfalls down there, but I can't film them, and I'm not walking over there in my parents' yard and property. I don't go past this point usually, unless if I'm in the vehicle dropping off my oldest daughter, and that's the way I intend on it to be, and still keep it, because I don't plan on fooling with them. I'm tired of fooling with people like that. But they've caused enough chaos, stress, anger, hate, bitterness, anything bad in my life, and I'm sick and tired of it. I ain't dealing with people like that. They don't bring nothing good to my life. So I can't control my girls not going around them. I wish I could. Wish I never did move over here, to be honest, but I'll save that for a different story. I'm just trying to do a video of this rain for you all, showing you what the weather is, and it's starting to flood again a little bit. But I'll cut this video off, and then I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go up to the church house, I'll drive up there, and then I'll make another video, and I'll show you all what the water looks like over the new bridge up there at the church house. So anyways, I appreciate y'all who do watch and who do listen to me talking and rambling on. And I'll just cut this off and I'll make another video. And I really, really do appreciate you all, because I really am trying to make a channel for myself here on YouTube. And this channel is mine and mine only. And whatever I am, whatever anyone wants to judge me as a human being, it doesn't reflect other people in Kentucky or my county or my daughters, or I'm trying to zoom in for you all before I let you go, or anyone else besides myself. All it does is reflect on me. My channel is about me, my life, my experiences, what my soul's endured, and just my life experiences about me, and my perception on things, and my experiences on people and things that I've went through in my life. So it doesn't reflect other people from Kentucky. It doesn't reflect other people in my household. It doesn't reflect anyone else but me. My thoughts, my opinions, my views, my channel. But anyways, I'm gonna walk out here and get off here, but that's how high the water is right now. It's slacked off again, raining for a second, so we'll see or whatever. So I'm gonna get off here and I'll talk to y'all later. And I appreciate y'all for watching. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.